So this is Get Along, the original demo to the song. I wrote the song with Shane McAnally and Josh Osbourne. And we kind of started this song with like a breakbeat, and it sounded like this. It's got some nice ambience. And I feel like I remember Shane wanting to throw a bass line on this to kind of give it a Steve Miller vibe. So that was the verse. That was the verse vibe. Just that break beat, and then there's an 808 kick that kind of just. So you kind of have that somewhat halftime feel from the break beat, and then the 808 just hits you in every beat. So it kind of tricks your brain in a lot of ways. I actually love doing that when you have a beat that's not hitting the kick on the floor, and then you throw a kick under that. You kind of get the best of both worlds. And so for other rhythmic elements, we have this break beat, the kick, and then a really nice tambourine from the That Sound library, really making this chorus feel good. And then also these claps and these really distorted kicks and claps that when tucked into a track just make it feel gritty, and I just love that. Of course, we've got the swells hitting the choruses, and so this acoustic guitar with the DB33 organ, I love this organ, the standard Pro Tools organ. Just in this setting, I think it's the gospel setting, just takes you to church, and I love that about it. It just feels like it fit the vibe of this song. All the references to the things we loved about American culture just felt right. And, so this acoustic guitar is actually, a lot of times when you're writing in the room with people, you don't have time to throw a mic up and record an acoustic properly. So I literally grab a 1/4 inch and I DI my acoustic. And I just threw a bunch of reverb on this one, and that's why it sounded like that. But it gets the job done in a hurry. And yeah, so also in the chorus, a little movement on the top end of the spectrum. You got the bass covering the bottom. Not a lot of mid information other than this organ kind of moving through. And this is Shane singing the demo. I'll give you a little taste of the whole verse. Here we go. Started laughing when the sky started to rain. Get along on down the road. We got a long, long way to go. Scared to live, scared to die. We ain't perfect, but we try. Get along while you can. Always give love the upper hand. Paint a wall, learn to dance. Call your mom, buy a truck, share a Coke, sing a song, make a friend. Can't we all get along? So this version is just super raw and gritty, and Kenny's version is so great. He straightened it out in a lot of places and added a lot of big toms to just make it hit really hard. And when you see Kenny play this in a stadium, it's like, oh, it's the best thing. But this is where the song started. I did this kind of real bendy solo. I really love that melody. I'm not a great guitar player, so the way I do solos is kind of just being able to play a melody that you can sing back, and that's kind of always my goal. This song has a lot of gangs on the chorus. I love doing gangs. It just adds a lot. Just tucked in, It's me, Josh, and Shane just in the room, just shouting at the top of our lungs, laughing probably, and having the best time of our life. The process of making songs for me is my favorite thing about all of it. I always say if you have to love the process more than the result, because a lot of times the result, there's a lot of highs, there's also a lot of lows, but you got to love the process no matter what. And that's what I've always loved about making music. And so yeah, that is Get Along. I hope you enjoyed this.